It's time to connect with Fred. Sponsored by Capelli's Pizzeria, 3643 North Buffalo Road, Orchard Park, 662-2290, and online at capellipizza.com.
And welcome back. And now joining us from the vaunted Buffalo Bills defense, Mr. Aaron Williams is with us. I told you during the break, Fred texted me, you're getting fined for being late tonight, so you can handle that with Fred Jackson. Okay, so the defense puts together one of the best defensive efforts we've seen out at the stadium in a long time. What did the defense do to keep Aaron Rodgers so off balance? In fact, most people, observers, have said maybe one of his worst games ever played in the NFL.
I just think that, the guys in the back end really had to hold up to their expectations of holding receivers longer than expected. Aaron Rodgers does a great job of throwing the ball in the pocket, but I think what he does best is when he gets out of the pocket and extends plays and throws the ball, awkward positions down the field, 40, 50 yards down the field. And as long as the D-line kept doing what they've been doing all year and we hold up our end, I felt like it was going to be kind of hard for Aaron to do anything spectacular. Okay,
so I got to ask you this question because the Packers almost had a 94-yard touchdown. It goes through Nelson's hands. You had the angle. Do you think you would have caught it?
Absolutely. Absolutely. There's no doubt in my mind. It's funny that me and Corey and I actually discussed it right after the game, and I was on the opposite side of the field, and my coverage wasn't anything to deal with that half of the field. Out of the corner of my eye, I saw Jordy do a double move, and then I just booked it. I had booked to the angle where I knew I was going to get an interception. I just knew I had to get him down. And, the football gods were on our side that night. And, Jordy doesn't miss very many catches. So it was just one of those things where it was just everything went our way. Well,
there was some speculation that he saw you coming out of the corner of his eye, which may have taken his eye off the ball for a second.
I mean, if that's the case, that'd be great. I mean, he wasn't going anywhere after he caught the ball, so it doesn't really matter.
Well, I can sleep better now knowing that you were on the job here. All right, let's go to Dave Jixter, who's got some questions, and a very special visitor tonight, Dave.
Yeah, first of all, anybody who asks a question to the guys today, get a gift certificate to Capelli's Pizzeria. Capelli's Pizzeria, great pizza right in Orchard Park, and I was screening the audience for some questions and everything, and I ran into this gentleman who's here all the way from Mexico, which deserves a huge round of applause. What's your name?
Dudna Santana.
Well, what's your question? You have a question for these guys?
Yeah, well, I would like to ask Aaron Williams, how have you achieved as a group in the defense to maintain your position in the top 10 defenses? Because there are so many changes in coordinators, in players, and you maintain that position.
I just think that if we all bind in together and believe in each other and trust in the scheme, I feel like anything is possible. I feel like we can't be stopped. Granted, we've had a lot of defensive coordinators, and I've had a few head coaches, but I know the guys in the front office know what they're doing, and we trust in them to bring a guy in to really want to end that playoff drought. And Marone has done a great job, and Schwartz has done a great job for us, and my secondary coach, Donnie Henderson's done a great job as well. So as long as we buy in together, we should be fine.
Okay, Robert, Aaron, this is Julie. Julie, do you have a question for?
I do. I have a question for Aaron. How did you prepare differently for Aaron Rodgers, knowing that, according to Bucky, he's possibly an up-and-coming Hall of Famer quarterback?
I don't think we did anything different. We've been doing the same thing each and every week. We knew that the guys at the front line were going to be aggressive and bull rush the guys and have the speed on the edge with Jerry. Our main focus was the guys in the secondary. We put a high expectation ourselves to understand that this game is going to be one of those games where when the average play is about 3-4 seconds to hold a guy, we were thinking more like 5-6 seconds. So we just kind of, in the back end, had to understand that we had to cover longer than expected.
Thanks for coming to the show tonight. What's your name?
Joe.
Joe, what's your question?
This is for Robert Woods. I was wondering, what do you think the key aspects will be to be in the Raiders next week?
Key aspects of being the Raiders next week.
Oh, play aggressive, put the ball in the air, execute on third down, put ourselves in better situations on first and second down, so we, avoid some of those third downs that we've been lacking on this year. But just finish up in the red zone instead of 3, get 6.
You know, Robert, you've had some great catches again yesterday. You've really had a strong middle of the season. I won't say you were in the doghouse in training camp, but Doug Marrone moved you out of the starting lineup for a while. You've had an outstanding, I'd say, the last 8 games really strong.
Thank you. Just getting a chance, just trying to be an open target for EJ or Kyle Orton, just be an open target for any of the quarterbacks who's going to throw the ball. This is one of your best catches right on the sidelines yesterday. You were able to keep your feet in and just stand out. I mean, it was textbook. Thank you. Just good relationship with Kyle Orton. He's reading a defensive back who's playing over top of me. Placed the ball where only I can catch it, barely. But able to grab it, where I was able to grab it and stay in bounds. Yeah. Back in the old days, they used to wear stickum on their hands, but you don't have the luxury of that. No, I mean, the gloves are pretty good. They probably put a little something on there anyway, because some of these catches, I mean, the ball just sticks to the gloves nowadays. All right, we'll take a break. We'll be back to wrap up things with Aaron Williams and Robert Woods right after this.